really an honor to meet a great person like you, and who is engrossed into one topic and has become an authority in that, and to count in India probably handful, even not handful also. How do we take it to the large audience? So what is the thing in your mind? What is the need, and how we can make it for you
That's a simple thing. It's not only English, but anything. When you make it a struggle for existence, that's the only thing.
Sir.
So survival, you should make it a topic of your survival. And once it becomes a topic of your survival, things click.
Sir. Yeah.
Things do click.
Yeah. Yes.
So I made it a topic of my survival because I knew being like many others won't make much difference.
Yeah.
But if you become unlike others in any sense, in anything, you are clicked.
Yes, sir. One thing you pointed out to us, at the time when you were studying, it was not as relevant as today.
Yes, yes.
And what are the changes today?
The changes today, earlier, it was looked upon as one of the subjects, that is English, learning a language, and that was the target. Now language is not just a language.
Sir.
It is a means of landing a job, landing a livelihood. So if you are well versed in anything, let alone the language, if you are well versed and you perform or outperform all others in anything, that becomes a source of your livelihood. Today English is the source of livelihood. Of course any other language as well is the source of livelihood. Even my mother tongue, that is Marathi. All of us speak Marathi, but how many of us speak good Marathi? How many of us speak that would hold an appeal to others? I'm of the opinion not even 10% of the speakers of Marathi are as good speakers of mother tongue itself. So English is a different thing. It's my L2, that is language 2.
Yeah.
But if you excel in it, excel in English, and make yourself strong like any other native speaker of English, or maybe little better than them, then I'm sure it will fetch you livelihood.
Yes.
It will fetch you livelihood.
Yeah.
Because this medium of language these days, it was never before so relevant and so strong as far as your livelihood, your career is concerned.
Yeah.
Career is
Yeah.
concerned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when we pick up this global language, the changes that are going to take place as in the global scenario, when we get connected with the entire world, and when we connect to the world to India, and we get connected to the entire world, it's a huge career booster. When I say, how you respond to that?
Yes, of course it is. Because speaking these languages, language like English, maybe it's French, Japanese, or the Russians, because these are the languages of the mighty nations, powerful nations, the nations that affect the rest of the globe. And so naturally when you have these languages, you become, I would say it is a license. It is a license to a global citizenship. And since it is the license to the global citizenship, it is a passport. You can use it use it like a passport. So you can move from place to place, you can be in touch with the people around the world, and the vice versa. That is, people around the world could be in touch with you. So this is a kind of unfailing passport. It's a kind of unfailing media, or the medium that connects you to everyone else outside. So naturally.
Steve Jobs the importance of language. He went to China to his to establishment there, and he was just observing. and he found they are taking a trench for a drainage.
Yeah.
And he found they are taking the drainage in the same level instead of going it into a linear way.
Yeah.
So he spoke to them in English, saying you are doing it wrong, correct it. And then suddenly he realized what he is talking nobody understands. So what he did is he removed his shoe, stepped into the trench, and he shown them how to do it. Little time. Then they had to pick up. Whereas when we have the language and when we speak it like native people, that will attract them. Today Japanese people are coming to India and they are conducting courses for teaching Japanese, and then they recruit people because the job is less costlier in India than other places. So we 50% of the people are fully unemployed and rest 50% is part unemployed. In such a scenario, the global language,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of difference.
Yes, it does. I mean, it's a strength. If you are very good in any language, it's your strength.
Sir.
Maybe it's your mother tongue, maybe your national language, or maybe universal language or the global language like English and others. So it's a strength.
This language picking up, what is the process happening in the mind?
That's, of course, a lot of study has been done, but the acquisition of language, internal, the brain is, this process is not open to be observed in a way. But you can judge the process on the basis of the output you give. And that can be judged, that can be gauged as what might be happening inside when you pick up a language. And that's, of course, it has been universally accepted method, accepted way of acquisition of language. So when it is around you, all around you, you pick it up. You don't have to make any efforts. This is the easiest this is the easiest thing to learn. That is a language. Language. People might fail in mathematics, may fail in geography, may fail in history, but never in language.
Yeah, gradually you grow.
Gradually you grow. You pick it up. Instead of pick it up, I would say you absorb it. You absorb it. Even an insane person, insane I say, a mad fellow, may not understand mathematics, geography, history, but he never goes wrong as far as language is concerned. No grammatical mistake, even a mad fellow.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah. And so it is so easy a process, it's so natural a process, but it has to be around you, it has to be there. Language has to be there, all around you. So input has to be easily accessible. If it is spoken around you, if it is already there, you don't have to make any efforts.
Naturally it goes. That means when you get in tune with your teacher, then it just like that it goes. So the learning,
it's like a music.
The learning process is grasping at first level and gasping at next level and then galloping at the third level. As you reach the third level, just like that the teacher just like go to the student.
Now you have to keep linguistic environment ready in such a way that language should happen to you.
That way the college principal has so much to do. Now sir was talking, I was listening. My job was to create a conducive atmosphere in the campus where the student automatically learn.
That's right. The principal, this is the job of the principal. Not necessarily he must teach, but he must keep everything ready for others to teach and learn.
Like giving the ingredients for the chef to prepare.
No, that's what I say. So just remove all the barriers and hurdles that you see in the way of students and teachers. And that's what you do as an administrator, as a principal. It's like a chief of a family.
That's right. Very true.
It's a family head. If you want your children to grow properly, wife to grow properly, others grow properly, so you must see that they grow properly. and you do everything that is needed.
Yeah.
Everything that is
So I've done the same thing in the college.
Yeah.
He provided that kind of a platform that everybody was at ease. And the teaching was very easy for them.
When
So there
relaxed.
was no botheration. There was no botheration.
One
at all.
teacher taught.
Yeah.
One teacher taught. 34 years I taught. 30 years my energy went in disciplining the students. Later I learned
4 years.
4 years I was friendly with the students and there were no energy wastage. So teaching was so enjoyable. By the time I retired.
No, but for that, what he must have done, that he told others to do it this way, that's not the way. You have to do it first. You have to be a beginner.
Yeah.
You are the first person to do it, and let others follow.
Yeah.
Just asking people to do doesn't work.
Sir, you told to learn the language or anything, there should be lot of involvement.
Yeah.
There should be the total engagement of the student who want to learn. But still, there should be some shortcut. No, the best way to learn English, the language, phonetics.
No, there is nothing like a shortcut. Nothing like a shortcut to learn. There could be shortcut to clear the exam.
Okay.
There could be.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But not to learn. Learning happens to you.
Okay.
It takes its own time. It takes the whole process.
Yes,
There's nothing like a shortcut to it.
It's great. And when you told the modeling part, that gives lot of advantage. When you are fully concentrated, focused on the teacher and the environment, automatically everything will be created. What do you say about that?
No, it's there. If it is there, you don't have to, push your students.
Yeah.
Students go ahead.
Yeah. But even students also can create the atmosphere, putting them more involved.
Activities you will have to plan and give to them, so that they enjoy.
It's so nice of a teacher saying that it's my responsibility for my student to learn.
Often I say, in a class, when the final result is 80% or 90%, it doesn't mean that 10% students failed. Even a teacher fails 10%.
That's it.
Even a teacher fails 10%. It's not the result of students alone. It's the result of a teacher as well.
This example, Satish Dhawan, when Dr. Kalam, when they launched the first satellite and that fallen into the sea, he called the press conference and told, we failed, but we will come back. Next year they succeeded in launching. That time he told, you go and conduct the press conference. This time I need not come because you are successful. So when fail, taking the responsibility, when teacher does that, it makes lot of difference.
That's right. Very good.
For a student to learn, when the teacher is behind, it's like you have a strong wall behind you that you can't fall behind. No,
My perception is different. Teacher is never behind. Teacher is with them.
Oh, that's very nice.
No, that's the way.
Yes, sir.
Once I was asked, when I was appointed as a principal for the first time, so he was the person who took me there on the very first day. And after 15 days here, one of the acquaintances came to me and he said, so now you're principal? I said, yes. And he asked me a question like this, that is, how many people work under you? I said, nobody.
Okay.
And then he said, he asked me, are you principal? You are acting as a principal? I said, yes, I'm working as a principal. Then how do you say that nobody works under you? I said, nobody works under me. We work together. We work together.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
And this was broadcast on radio.
Okay.
Chintan.
Yeah, Chintan.
That was the topic for me.
Actually, the media, today's media, what all kind of people are coming into the media, if we remove them and we replace the rest of the people, that is the change we need in the media. So simple it is. Remove the existing, replace with what is not there, the other side of it. It's so nice talking to you,
It's
sir.
my
We can
pleasure.
even talk
It's my
hours
pleasure.
together, but we should take it forward and see that it helps a large number of children. Thank you very much.
No, it's not my philosophy or thinking. This is my experience. I did everything. Whatever I speak, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
That's why you are courageous to speak it out.
That's right. Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
There's nothing I speak which I didn't do.
Yeah.
What he did, he spoke.
Yeah. In movie acting, when go to learn acting, the trainer says the actor should act, and when the performance is poor, the trainer say you are acting, don't act, be the character. So
Yeah,
that's
be
what.
the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever when you speak, when you have done it, that give you lot of inner satisfaction and courage and fulfillment and all those kind of emotions, which will be filled in the expression. Thank you very much, sir. It's
Nice meeting all of you.